Hi. So usually I never commented on this 1 hour gameplay video, but and I also should have released this video much earlier because usually this high level gameplay video usually I do this once I reach level 50, and I will showcase how I first tackle the elite bosses and Valkyrie floor right when I just reached level 50, and how I am able to grind, start to grind my endgame gear. But this heretic class, apparently it is much more complex than any other class that I've been playing so far. So I feel the need that I need to commentate on what makes this class so much more complex than any other class, and why it takes longer for me to release this gameplay video. So usually, if you see the three types here of classes, like the left and right is your basic class, and the middle is your prestige class. And the way they put it is that if you have you have a physical class and you have a magic class. So for a magic class, your damage is based on your magic power, and for the physical class, your damage is based on attack power. And then in the middle, you will have your skill based on hybrid attack power, because then you can build your character focused on either the physical build or on the magical build. That's the way it is for every single class up until now, the one that I have been trying so far. And because Animancer is just recently unlocked for free to play in season 1, now I just started playing this heretic class, and there's a problem with this Animancer class. So here's the thing, if you want to unlock the middle skill set here, you need to spend certain amount of points on the left side class and also on the right side class, and then you will be able to take the middle skill. So you need to choose which middle skill that you want to take, and you cannot take every single skill in the middle. But the skill from this prestige class is usually the strongest because it uses hybrid attack power, which means that it uses all of your stats, like from your strength, dexterity, and intelligence. So in the end game, once you reach high level Valkyrie floor, for every single floor that you clear, you will get a bonus stats on your strength, dexterity, and intelligence, which means that the further you get into the game, like the further you go with your Valkyrie floor, the stronger the prestige class skill will be. And you can only take like a couple of them, so mostly this is like your final end build. So usually you can go either like magical side or the physical side, but eventually once you reach like high enough Valkyrie floor, you will find out that everyone will start shifting into the prestige build because of how strong this hybrid attack power is. And there comes the Animancer, because for Animancer, the hybrid attack power is in their skill set, and this is where the problem is, because the middle one is now using magic power. So for most skills for this heretic, or mostly for Animancer, like the prestige class skills is less desirable than the Animancer skill set itself. And because it is a basic class, you can just take every single skill in this Animancer skill set without the need to open the other skill set. That is just how strong this hybrid attack power skill is. So that's why, like mostly every single class that has Animancer basic class in it, they will all just focus on their minions. because the minions is the one that is using the hybrid attack power, and they will get stronger the further you are into the game. So that's the one of the thing that is happening with the Animancer class. And now we are talking about the Heretic class. So the Heretic class, because it has the middle skill here, which is magic attack, magic power. So mostly, if you see in the Valkyrie rank here, the Heretic all uses magic, and that is because they think that every single skill in the Heretic skill set is related to magic. Like there is not a single skill that you use physical attack power here. So mostly they just go into the magic build, and they just mostly go into summoning the minion. But I've seen a lot of possible builds in here, and let me tell you, like I will tell you the theory. You can try it yourself later, but I will showcase you a couple in here. So the thing is that there is one build that is very much interesting for the Heretic, which is the Onslaught build, which is not many players using, but here's what is being neglected: this incinerating vortex. So this one has 0.2 second between ticks, and then there is this one 0.3 second between ticks, and also you have the volcano 0.75 second between ticks. So if you take all these skills, these three, you can just use Onslaught, and you will have your damage increase. Do I have another Onslaught? Slot in here? Maybe in here? Yeah, so I will just, I'm not gonna cut any of this video because this is like 1 hour long video. So I will just talk as I go, and there will be like like space like this in between my theory and my practice. So I only have 2 Onslaught for now, but let's just go with it. So here is the thing. Look at this. And this skill is nice. Look at the damage. The damage is actually nice. And then there is the volcano, and then there is also this one that deals damage to my surrounding. Look at the damage. Ignore the smoke. I'm just gonna take it off. Yeah, that thing is messing up with our test. So I'm just gonna equip this and equip this. So yeah, if I use Onslaught for this, then this skill will get much faster. Look at that. And the volcano also will shoot much faster, and then this skill also will deal damage much faster. So, but the main attraction is this one, this Firestorm. Because this Firestorm, the incinerating vortex, have a longer duration than its cooldown. So you can just literally keep your enemies in a permanent fire tornado. So you can just keep spamming this, and the enemy will just keep on getting attacked by this. So this is like your main damage dealer as a heretic that uses magic, pyromancer build of heretic. Yeah, that is one thing. So you can take that, and also this thing. Like the entropic dilation increases the duration of all your sustained attacks, so it also increases the duration of your incinerating vortex, the duration of your immolation ward, the duration of your volcanic rift, the duration of your flamethrower, like all these things that have time limit. Is it? Like this one have a 4 to 16 second duration, and this one 4 second duration. All the skills that have duration, and also this one that it doesn't mention a duration here, will get its duration increased by this. So that is a really good build that you can try if you do want to focus on Pyromancer side of the Heretic. But then again, I've tried that. I've tried using that build. It's really interesting and it can really get strong. But like I said, like eventually you will start shifting into the Animancer build just because of this hybrid attack power. So why not just build straight into the Animancer side from the beginning? That's the question that everybody have been asking. Usually it's not a problem if the hybrid attack power is in the middle here, because you still usually just gonna be spamming the skill of your basic class in the case for any other prestige class combination. But for this one, yeah, you can just spam this skill without the need of using any of this, because you can just spend all of your skills into this one. Whereas for other class, in order to open this skill set, you need to spend points into the other two class, so you will eventually need to take some active skill here, and if you don't use it, it's kind of like a waste. So that's the reasoning behind this class. So that's why almost everyone have the same build. But there is also something that I want to talk about, because there are so many builds even with just the Animancer side in here. First things first, I'm gonna explain all the skills that I think that is interesting, and maybe I will kind of forget one or two things, and maybe for the remainder of the video, like for 1 hour, I will suddenly remember and I will explain to you eventually while playing. But I will try to get everything in the beginning here. But do watch the video if you do want to find out if I missed something. So in this here Soul Sync, it will make your minion inherit 50% of your stats. But there are stats that you cannot give to your minion, which is these stats: the strength, dexterity, intelligence, and your health and your mana is not being shared to your minion. So your minions all have the same health throughout the game. Like no matter how far you get into the game, your minion will always going to have the same health. And that is a problem, because if you play as an Animancer, you will rely mostly on your minions. And if your minion dies, that means that you cannot do anything else, aside from summoning more minions. And that's why if you see in the ranking here, that's the reason why most heretics or most Animancer based class like Soulkeeper and heretics, like Shinobi is quite a bit different, because Shinobi use clone instead of minions. But mostly people will want to take the concentration, because it will make them summon minions much faster, because the further they go into the Valkyrie floor, the faster their minion will die, and the needs for you to keep on summoning your minions will be really urgent. You really need to summon your minion really fast and refresh them, because you cannot do anything without your minion, and that's the reason why you need the concentration. But there is another thing, like this is something that most players forget. You also have energy shield. Like if you use energy shield, like your minion will have will stay alive much longer. So energy shield can be used to lengthen the duration of your minions' lives. So that is the things that people always tend to forget. Like everyone is so focused on DPS, like ideal 3 million DPS, ideal 5 million DPS, ideal 20 million DPS. Yes, what's the use of your DPS if you die? So you still need to think about your survivability before you think about your damage. So that's the thing. So you can lengthen the life of your minion by thinking about how they can survive. And that is the funny thing about this heretic. So if I summon my minion here, let me summon my minion. So if I summon my minion here, this is still the green one. Like the green one will just affect enemies normally. I'm just gonna take off here, like just not to mess with the effect of this thing. All the fate points going. So look at this. Like the minions will just keep on attacking your enemies, permanently. Like they will just keep on getting summoned permanently. Like there's no time limit, no time duration for minions. But for Heretic, the moment you take this skill Unquenchable Ardor, it will change your lesser Gestalt into a new form. And here comes the problem. Because this thing will make your lesser Gestalt burn themselves. So they will now have a time limit. Look at that, he already died. So now they have a time limit for how long they can survive on the field, So they will eventually die. And that's why this skill in the Animator skill tree is a must for Heretic. Once activated, it continues to drain life to buff all minions. Additionally, random minions will mutually restore life based on damage dealt. So, if your minion deal damage, you will get healed. But if you are the one dealing damage, then your minion will get healed. So it also doesn't really work that well, because even if after I take the skill, if I don't do anything, I take the skill here. I take the skill, and also it drains health per second. So if I don't do anything, my minion will still die because he doesn't receive the life steal from me because I don't do anything. That's why in the beginning I use this Incinerating Vortex, so I myself will deal damage and my minion will be able to get healed, so they don't die from their own burn. But there are a lot of things that you can do to prevent them from dying because they get burned. So the game already gives you a hint on how to prolong their life. From this Emberborn, increases fire resistance, you gain extra fire damage based on a percentage of fire resistance. So because of this Soul Sink, the fire resistance that you have will be shared to your minion, and now your minion will have fire resistance and it will receive lower damage from their own burn. And also you will get more fire damage from your fire resistance, which in turn the fire damage will go to your minion again. So that's one way to prolong the minion's life. So that's also the reason why you can see a lot of players here take a lot of fire resistance and also fire damage. Like, look at this: fire resistance, fire resistance, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, fire resistance, blah blah blah, fire resistance, fire damage. But there is something that they forget, Again, the minion's health is still basically the same. So even if they can survive getting burned by themselves, like it doesn't help them survive from the boss attack, from the enemy's attack. So they still have the same health. Like once they get hit from the boss, they will all still die. So that's the need why energy shield is much important right now. So I will explain to you how you can get your energy shield to your minion later. But that is how micromanaging your minion is very important for Animator. So that is the Lesser Gestalt for the Heretic. But the thing is that your damage mostly will come from that Lesser Gestalt. Because you can see here, the big one deal that much damage. But if you can see, the lesser minion will deal much faster damage because of how fast their attack speed is. So, and also for every one big minion, you can summon probably around 3 or 4 of the small one, because this thing locks mana. You can have maximum charges 3, and you can only have 3 lesser guest star in one time, and also only 1 greater guest star. Maximum number of summon is 1. It doesn't say anything, but you can only summon 3, I think. So you can only have 3 and you can only have 1 unless you take this skill Thanatosis. Whenever you have insufficient mana to perform an action, life is consumed or locked in its state to a max extent. Based on your level, you can perform excess summons even when the technical maximum number of minions have been reached. So unlocks excess summons, so you can summon more than what this thing says here. And for every summons you do, it will say on the skill how much mana that will get locked. So excess summoning locks 80% of mana. And for this one, it doesn't say here, but I think it locks like 15% of your mana for every lesser guest star. So I can show it here. I will summon this one, this one, the small one. Not the small one, yeah, the small one, die. So I'm gonna use the big one for example. So the second one will lock 80% of my mana. So if I don't take any more skill point into this Thanatosis, the next level will have my maximum life lockable plus 24%. So now I can further lock my mana up until I lock my health for 25%. So if I use my summon here again, like it will remove my previous summon and then summon a new one, because I already used up all my excess mana to summon this minion for the big one. But if I take more, like look at this, I have this icon here, which means that I can further lock my mana up until this point. So if I keep increasing this skill, I can lock up until this point here. So I can summon another one. See, I can lock my mana up until I use up my health. And this opens up a lot more possibilities. Because here's the thing. There is this thing called hyper focus. So if I take the hyper focus here, instead of using my mana for my stat, it will now, where's my other hyper focus? Let's just use this. So if I use hyper focus here, like look at this, 3-piece set of hyper focus, and I already locked like, I don't know how much is that, probably 60% of my health and 100% of my mana. So I will now have this much attack speed. So hyper focus will get like 100% of lock mana is converted to attack speed, 50% of lock mana is converted to all damage. So if I have a basic attack speed of 0, oh no, I have a basic attack speed of 34%. I don't know where I get that from. Do I get this one? Where did I get this thing from? I don't know. I didn't turn on my Dominion aura. Like it also increased my attack speed. But yeah, let's imagine that I have 24% attack speed. So this one doesn't give any attack speed. Yeah, it doesn't give any attack speed. So if I use this, and this, so from 24%, I get a bonus of 130% attack speed. So that means that I lock 130% of my mana, which is not really accurate in this case, but yeah, that's how much mana I lock using my hyper focus. So the all damage also get increased by half. You can let's imagine this one, 16%. So 81%. So that's an increase of 65%. 65. Yeah, 65%. So that means that I do lock 130% of my mana, and I get that much bonus from my hyper focus. So if I can manage to summon enough things until I can lock up until this point, that means that I will get the maximum bonus out of my hyper focus, which you can achieve by combining, I think this one Dominion Aura. Let me see, Dominion Aura. There we go. See, that's the maximum amount of mana that I can lock. So from here, I will get 192% attack speed, and also it's because I use Dominion Aura. Like this one gives me a bonus of 30% attack speed. So this is how much attack speed I will get. And this is not included the attack speed that I will get from my other equipment bonus. I will already get 192% attack speed and 85% all damage. You can just calculate the number by yourself, like from my basic stats here. Yeah, from my basic stats here. Like this 54% is already affected by the Dominion Aura. So yeah, just take your calculator and see how much stats that I get from the bonus of hyper focus. And this is what a lot of players never try to build, because this is the only class that can lock more than 100% of his mana, and this is the only class that can make use of hyper focus beyond 100%. And I've never seen a single animator using hyper focus. This is what it means by a missing potential. Yeah, but I can understand that, because having this much health means that you will die in one hit by even the weakest monster out there. So it's high risk, high reward thing, and not many players are able to withstand this kind of health. But you can try yourself, like how much attack speed you get from this freaking hyper focus. Look at that. I feel like a madman shooting out things. Okay. And this is fun, like because we have this kind of fate bounds. Like you can play around with fate bounds. Like you have the crystal snap claw, which normal attacks have a chance to trigger a charge of attack, and with 200% attack speed, like you can imagine how many charge of attack that you can release in this type. Like you can have a lot of fun with this hyper focus. And the thing that is like benefit you the most is that the attack speed gets here. The attack speed that you get from this bonus will be given to your minion, and also the all damage. The all damage that you have here, the all damage, will also be given to your minion. So look at this, look at the difference. I don't have any skill point to this soul sink. This is how fast my minion are attacking. This is how fast they are attacking. Now I will take one skill point, this, and look at this. This is how fast they are attacking. This is insane. Without the mana lock, this is how fast they are attacking. The further I lock my mana, the faster they are going to attack, and this will contribute straight to your DPS. So this is a missing potential that elements are not a single element about the deal. Look at this. Yeah. So that's one thing about hyper focus. So another thing is that this is high risk, high reward, and you can basically play around it. And the extra skill that you put into here will give a bonus of minion power, and this is one stance that is really extremely strong, because the number that can be given to your minion power is insane. So let me show you how and why. So usually I'm gonna use other player stats for this example. So usually, like here, see, your bonus minion power from gear can go up to plus 80%. There is not a single other stat that can go up to 80%. Like, what the hell? Fire damage can go up to 40%. This increase your damage basically like 40%, like 30% fire damage, 10% fire damage. But bonus minion power can go up to 80%. So it's just like saying, like, here, if you deal 100% damage, like, you will get a bonus of 40% fire damage, so your DPS will get increased by 40%, but your minion will get their DPS increased by 80%, multiplied by how many minions can you summon. And that's why summoning more minions, having more minions equals to a multiplier of your DPS. You know, like 10 minions means that your DPS multiplied by 10. That is how insane Animencer class is. Like, and it's much more complex because of you need to basically micromanage your minion in order to maximize your build. And that is just one thing. Like, this is just talking about basic stats here, like using the hyper focus, minion power, etc., etc. So this is a must skill you need to take in order to strengthen your minion. Bonus minion power stats is something that you do want to take. And I noticed that, you know, here a lot of players is taking this staff, Horn of the Ember World, which is great. Like, before I go there, I want to show you there's a change into the bonded summons skill. So here is the bonded summon. This is bonded summon, and I don't have that bonded summon. So these two we now have a bonded summon. So bonded summons will inherit corresponding 2-piece fate bound set effects and corresponding 3-piece fate bound set effects. In season 1, these bonded summons will make all of your fate bounds get inherited to your minion. So let's say I have I have backlash. Like, if I have backlash on myself, like, imagine this, I have 3 duplicates of backlash. So if I have backlash on myself, that means that my minions will also have backlash. But if I have only 2 duplicates of 2-piece set of bonded summons, then they will only inherit a 2-piece set of the backlash of my backlash, even if I have 3-piece set of the backlash. But they won't inherit anything if I only have 1 backlash here. So the most they can get from my backlash, if I only have 2 bonded summons, then it can only go up to 2-piece set of my backlash. So that's how it works. But in season 1, everything changed, because now they fix bonded summons and it actually works as intended. Minion inherits the fate bound effects of your weapon. So if I have something here, let me see. If I have let's just take the backlash. Do I have any other backlash in here? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So if I have backlash on my own and I use my summon, it will not get the backlash bonus. Like, see, it will still only hit once, because now it will only inherit the fate bound for my weapon. This is what changed in season 1, and it's for a good cause, because now you will get from only your weapon, but you don't need 3 sets of the same fate bound for your minion to inherit. So like here, I have Shrouded Core here. Oh no, let's not use Shrouded Core. Let me get something with obvious effect, like this one, backlash and serendipity. The serendipity will do nothing to my minion, but the backlash can be seen really easily. So look at this. Like my minion will still only hit once, look at that. Because when I summon this minion, I didn't have my weapon. So this minion doesn't inherit anything. But if I now summon my minion while I'm holding this weapon, my minion will have the fate bound of my weapon. So now it will do the double attack. Look at that. It will have the backlash now. And even if I change my weapon, it will still have the backlash. That's the good thing about the bonded summon now. And oh yeah, I forgot to take this out. So only the weapon. Let me take this out. So here, I don't have my backlash here. I don't have my backlash. But if I summon this, my minions still have the backlash. This is what I want. Look at that. See? So now my minion will get from the bonded summons the fate-bound effects of my weapon without the need of 3-piece set. So now, and even the spirit of the Black Knight, but because my minion doesn't deal slashing damage, so it doesn't inherit the slashing damage. So it now will have like 3, because I only have 2 bonded summons. So now my minions have 2-piece set of the spirit of the Black Knight, 2-piece set of the Backlash, and 2-piece set of the Identity. That's how good the bonded summon is right now. So you do want to have 3-piece set of the bonded summons. This is a must fate bound for any Mancer-based class. Now, I will always show you how the spirit of the Black Knight can be taken effect. Let's take this one. So this is Spirit of the Alpha deity, and for occasionally less damaging frigid blast around you when you attack, blow on, and hyper focus. So now my minion will have this fate bound. Let me hit this. So one will have a backlash, and the other one, look at this. It has the frigid ice blast there. And the AoE is bigger. Look at that. The right one have bigger AoE because of blowout compared to the left one. See? So here's the thing. Like if I equip my weapon like this, now this is where it gets interesting. So if I want, I need to put this. Yeah. Okay. Let me take this out. So if I want to summon my minion, I can just put my skill into a skill set here with different weapon. So I will have this one, will have the backlash, and I will just rotate my weapon. And now this minion will have the frigid blast. Look at that. I can control my minion's fate bound by just switching my weapon. So this is just the best. Because now I can have this thing. Why do I bring a bow? Because this one have epicenter and backlash, which is in the case for my minion, it gives insane amount of bonus damage because of the percentage bonus damage from epicenter and also the double attack from the backlash. So by wearing this while I summon my minion and then change back to my usual weapon, this is what I use for my heretic. So I can just change to my bow, summon my minion, and then go back to my focus here and just DPS as per usual. And my minion will have the inherited fate bound from my bow here. So what I do want is that having a really good fate bound for melee minions on my secondary weapon and a very good staff or focus for when I use to summon the snake here, because the snake is a range DPS. So that's how you can play around with the new bonded summon. And now I want to go with the bonded summon Hellstar Touch. So this is different. So for the bonded summons Hellstar Touch, you only need 1 piece because of the Hellstar Touch here, and you already get the bonus from these bonded summons, which is the first thing that I thought when I take this, like, oh wow, I don't need to have 3-piece set to get the bonded summons. Like for other cases, like the Flaming Core, you will get less fire damage and fire resistance compared the thing compared to the thing that you can get from the actual fire bonus here. Let me take this one. So if I compare the flaming core health sharp touch here, I get fire resistance plus 15 and fire damage plus 30, and here the actual one will have fire resistance plus 30 and fire damage plus 60% if you manage to go to 3-piece set. So you can think about the health sharp touch here is the same as the 2-piece set of the same Fatebound, but with disadvantage. Like for this case, reduces cold resistance. For this case, it's only inherit the health sharp touch. For Doombringer, reduce all direct damage you deal. So there is always a downside into using the health sharp touch in return for only taking one slot of Fatebound effect to be able to work. To work its bonus. So for the bonded summons, because you don't really need the number, I thought first that, oh wow, I don't need to have 3-piece set of this thing, I will still be able to, inherit the fate bonds of my weapons. But no, the game developer already knew that, so they managed to say that you only inherit corresponding Rakshasa imbued fate bond effects. So the only thing that your minion will get is the fate bound that is also health sharp touch on your weapon. So for this case, for this weapon, I don't have any health sharp touch fate bound at all. So if I only use the bonded summon health sharp touch there, my minion will get nothing. No, my minion will get oh, yeah. I I mistook it. So if I already health sharp touch, like this one is already health sharp touch. So if the weapon is already health sharp touch, whether it increase the favor or increase the stats, then you will inherit the bonus. That's the thing. So you can just have this one, the bonded summons. You don't need the 3-piece set of the bonded summons, but this one only gives you as if you have like 2-piece set bonus of your weapons fate bond. But I think I didn't miss it. Like let me see. Like if I only use the bonded summons, it shouldn't get the spirit of the art. This is why this thing is really complex. Look at that, yeah. Oh, it's because this is not health sharp touch. Yeah, now I understand. So you learn something new, yeah. So yeah, if it's not health sharp touch, then you will not inherit the fate bond. Only if you health sharp touch the weapon, then you will inherit it. So I should be able to inherit this one too. This one. Yeah, it inherits. It inherits the health sharp touch, the weapon's fate bond. So I will get the spirit of the darkened alien there. I will get the shrouded core, and I will also get the flaming core. Let me see. Does it trigger the shrouded core and the flaming core? Yeah, the shrouded core is there. It gets triggered. The flaming core. The flaming core. Come on. Yeah, so this is how fun playing around with health sharp touch is. So there are some stats, I don't know, like the flaming core never get triggered. Even the shrouded core is like very rare chance. It's much different compared to this one. Summon a new one, and let's see how is it different. It still doesn't get triggered. And that's a very low chance to get triggered. There's a flaming core. There it is, there's the flaming core. Yeah. So you saw the flaming core too. So yeah, that's the thing. So there are some fate bounds that you don't want to stack together, like the bonded summons. If you have the bonded summons, you don't need the bonded summons health star touch anymore, and vice versa. If you already have the bonded summons health star touch, you don't need the bonded summons anymore, unless you do want the superior one. Like if you manage to get 3-piece set of the bonded summons, then this will give a much better a stronger version for all of your fate points. So in this case, you don't really want the health star touch bonded summons unless you have no more slot for your fate points. And that's why the health star touch is really great. But there are some health star touch that you do want to stack together. Like for example, like the backlash. Let me see. I think I have the backlash health star touch. I added this one. So we have the backhander health star touch. It is the backlash one, and we have the usual backlash. So this one, the backlash will trigger my attack twice, and the backhander also trigger my attack twice. So this means that I will now hit 3 times. Look at that. I'm gonna be quiet so you can hear the sound of 3 hitting coming out. You hear that? Yeah, so it's hitting 3 times now. So this is a really a great breakthrough for all the warriors out there, like the melee hitter. Like you do want to stack certain fate bonds, and you don't want to stack certain fate bonds because they give you the same effect. So the thing is that like there is also this thing, the field marshal. Is it? Field marshal. Field marshal. Okay, so if I have the field marshal and also the health star touch field marshal, I will have 2 bonus minions. So increases your max number of each type of minions. That means that if I can only summon like 3 of these big ones, I'm gonna summon the big ones like this one, because this one will kill the child unless I don't attack it. Okay. So I'm gonna just take this out first. Let's see. Let's just put like that. So now I don't have any of the field marshal. Okay, so here's the maximum number of summons that I can do. 3 of the big ones and 3 of the small ones. So that's the maximum number I can summon. Now if I summon more, oh look at that, I don't have any more mana. Oh yeah, I need to take off this skill here, because it's eating at my health. If I have health, then I can use my health in place of my mana because of this. You can expend plus 200% life in place of mana when the latter is insufficient. So I can use life to summon something. So if I summon now, like it will replace my current one, even the big one. So if I have the Field Marshal, like the Health Touch, it will give me one extra summon for each. Oh no, for the small one, but not the big one, because this is Health Touch. So it will increase the maximum number of minions, but not for the greater minions. So the small one I can increase by another one. Now I can have 4, but not the big one. See? And now if I stack them together, is it? Okay, now if I stack them together, I don't really need the 3-piece set as long as I have like 2-piece set of this one, then I will be able to add one more number of my minions. So look at this, and summon 4 of the big ones and 4 of the small one. If I summon more, like it will... Oh no, yeah, the small one, because of the health subtask, now I can summon 5. So 5 of the small ones and 4 of the big ones. And like I said earlier, the more summons you have, the more DPS you will deal because of multiplier, because of all this bonus minion power will affect all of your minions. So the 80% bonus minion power that you can increase now will be given to like 10 of my minions here that I can summon. So it also affects the number of the minions from the snake. So I can have a maximum number of 12 snakes, but because of the Field Marshal here, 2 of them, I can increase the number of my snake. Wait, I should have been able to increase until... Wait a second. 4, 3, 4. Oh yeah, the Field Marshal. Oh, okay. The Field Marshal, the 2-piece set will give me another bonus minion, and the 3-piece set will give me 2 bonus minions. So with the Field Marshal Health Touch, it will give me 3 bonus minions for the small one and the snake. And because this Health Touch doesn't affect the big ones, so the big ones I can get 2 more minions. Yeah, but anyway, that's how it works basically. Yeah, I don't know why, but I remember that for the snake it's supposed to have like 12 maximum, but with the bonded summons I can have 15, so that means that I can increase by 3. But for the small one and the big ones, I can only increase the big one by 1, but the small one I can also increase by 3. So yeah, I think it's affected by this one. Like the big minion can only get up until 1 from the Field Marshal, the standard Field Marshal, but the small one will get 2 bonus summon. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but you do want to stack certain fate bounds and certain fate bounds like the bonded summons. You don't want to stack them because they are doing exactly the same thing. So this opens up a lot of new possibilities. Like you can summon 2 onslaught, like the standard onslaught and the health touch onslaught, and it will make your incinerating vortex much stronger. Oh my god, I just realized it's almost 1 hour. Yeah, we haven't even got into the the play style. Oh my god. But yeah, we'll go into that later. Yeah, so apparently this goes much longer than that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's how complex this class is, and also probably I took too long into demonstrating everything. But yeah, so that's all the potential that you can get. So this one, that's how bonded summon works and the Field Marshal works. and now you don't no longer have any of your fate bounds in the other slots getting inherited into your minion. But you can use this weapon now by changing weapon into giving different fate bounds for different minions. So you will see later how I'm gonna use this one for my melee minions and this one for my snakes. So that's how this thing works. Yeah. So let me show you the gameplay. Let's just go straight to the gameplay. Like we've been at it for quite a long time. Like I can just keep on going, but maybe that's for another time. Like when I do a live stream. For now, we will just go into the action. Let's go. This one. There. This one is here. This one is here. This one is there. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I'm just gonna grind. Just gonna grind while showcasing you how this class play. So I'm gonna show you the build that I'm thinking if you do want to go for the magic one. For that one. But this one should be this one. This one. 16. I'm gonna need to. I forgot. Should I go for 2 of that? Should I go for 2 of this? Yeah, I shouldn't go for the fire one. Oh, shit. Force of habit. This one, and then this one, and then this one. Okay. And then this one, and then this one. I'll go for this one. But I'm gonna take this one, this. I think one of them. And yeah, this Pyromania is really good, but I will only showcase you later. So we're gonna go with this one first. Yeah, let me summon a couple of the big ones first, so I will know how much mana should I get locked. Okay. Let me summon. Okay, well, also we just go to here. This one. Yeah, there is a reason why I'm grinding this boss in here. This is cool. And this is how I do it. Like I summon using my bow, which has epicenter and also Prequel, so that my minion will have those two. But while I'm dealing all this damage, like I don't need the epicenter and the red dice because it doesn't affect me. That's how. Yeah, I don't really need more than one. I can summon three of the big ones. That's fine. So I'm just gonna take this one extra and the rest I will keep this. And 2 I will give yeah, that's just a placeholder. So the snake I require a staff in order to use. Let's go. So this is how I play if I do want to make use of the incinerating vortex and the volcano. And if I go with like 3 pieces of onslaught and also the health sartats of onslaught, like this will be a really good build to have. Because this is just basically another version of a pyromancer build that you probably have seen a lot in my videos. Like I play pyromancer a lot, so this is just another variation for it. Instead of the dragon, like I use the incinerating vortex and also the snake. And I can summon a lot of snakes because of how much embers I put on the ground because of the volcano. So the volcano is kind of like a must if you do want to make this build, because your snake requires embers on the ground, and the only skills that can generate embers are the fireball, the volcanic rift, and your amalgamate, this one, the lesser gestalt that is changed into a new form using this unquenchable ardor. This gestalt can drop embers. So those 3 are the source of your embers, and also the skill that yeah. So basically, you just keep on burning your boss until he dies with your incinerating vortex, and it's really strong. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, there's one more thing that gives ember is this one. Fire element explodes on expiry and leaves an ember, and with this, your embers also, the excess embers that are on the ground will also combust upon expiry, and it will deal damage to your enemies. So those are the things that generate embers. But the fastest one is the volcano, and with onslaught, you can summon even more, even faster. You can summon even faster. I don't have any other onslaught. Yeah, and also this one, Doombringer, is really good. Oh yeah, I haven't explained to you the Doombringer. Increases the damage and tick rate of all ailments. And this is really great, you know, because here's the thing. If you have this max entropic dilation, overtime effects tick rate offset by 20%, which means that it will be 80% faster than usual. So if you burn your enemies with this, well, look at this. Look at how fast the fire spread. Look at that. And it also makes the fire duration shorter because it will expand all of the fires. Look at that. Look at the number. Like, that is insane. This is how fast the number is if you have Doombringer. Let me show you without the Doombringer. Right, ignore the DPS. You know, the DPS is definitely much stronger than this one. Oh, I have this one. I also have the Doombringer health sartats. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, look at this. This is how fast the Doombringer is. The burning enemies. Yeah, this is why this class is really complex. Look at that. It's already this fast, without the Doombringer, you know, because of this one, entropic dilation. And look at this, because it will keep on dropping embers every time the fire element expires, and because of the Doombringer and also this skill here, entropic dilation, like it will expand the burn much faster, drop ember much faster, and the ember that explode will also burn the enemy again, and it will just keep on continuing burning the enemy forever. Like I've already stopped doing anything. I'm not doing anything at all, and the dummy keep on getting damaged by me. That's how strong this is. So there is also another build that you can make here, which is by using the Pyromania together with the entropic dilation. That's how you make use of this one. But I want to show you the onslaught first. Like this is the onslaught build. So let's go. I'm gonna throw this here. This. I do want to sell all these things. Ooh, echo casting Hellsar touch. Yeah, like if I combine this echo casting together with the standard echo casting, it's just gonna be like backlash. You know, like I'm gonna cast my skill 3 times. So that's the thing. Like this Hellsar touch is really great. You know, like you can stack them together with the standard one. So I'm just gonna lock this one first. I do want to test that one. So let's break this thing. So let's go back to outside the world map, and let's just go to this one. So I do want to show you the onslaught now. It won't be much different, but you can see that this is like, you know, one of the possible builds that you can do while shooting. Like, you know, you can see that the volcano is much faster now. So this is one possible build. If you do want to go a magic path for your animator, it is going to be really strong. Don't get mistaken on that. Like this is really strong. Like you've seen how I can reach what is that? Carnelian. How I reach Carnelian as a magic pyromancer and in my pyronite. You know, you don't really need you know, the same build as everyone else. As long as you stick to your build, then you can pretty much reach Carnelian with just a magic power or with just a physical attack power. If you don't go to the hybrid attack power. Only if you aim much further, then you will need to be able to maximize the hybrid attack power potential. So this is the magic path for a heretic. Like the Guardian is there to protect you. First is to protect you, and the second is that because the Guardian is reduce the enemy's damage reduction. So just by having them around, your enemy will be much weaker than they usually are. Yeah, this is the onslaught one, and I only have like 2-piece set of onslaught. So you can already imagine if I have 3-piece set of onslaught together with the Hellsar touch onslaught, like it's gonna be madness. But then again, same thing and same problem as my Pyromite. You know, like if I go to the Valkyrie dungeon, like it's gonna be insanely laggy. Look at this, like only 3 bosses, and I'm already lagging as hell in here. But look at that, the DPS is non-stop for this fire one. Yeah. So this is how you play as a magic heretic. So if you are interested, this is one possible build that you can do as usual, like any of my 1 hour gameplay videos. I will show you all the possible builds of the class that I'm playing. We already have too many items here. Yeah, because I have too many of this cleansing tonic. But you do need a lot of them if you do want to go to the Valkyrie floor, because now the Valkyrie floor have corruptions. So you cannot just, take your time into killing your enemies. You do want to clear the stage as fast as possible now. So you do need a lot of these potions if you don't want to get through the Valkyrie floor. So I've just been saving there, like you can just buy them from the NPC. I'm stingy, I'm a Scrooge, so I'll just get the free ones and I'm just gonna use it later in the Valkyrie floor. So yeah, that's the Onslaught version of this build. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so windy outside. The door is closing by itself behind me, and one of the doors is rattling behind me. So let's see. I'm gonna lock that so I don't accidentally break that. I'm just gonna put this on. Okay, so now we're going to a second build, which is going to make use of the bird. And this is really interesting. This animator pad is still the same. And for this one, I'm gonna go with this. And this one, I'm gonna go with this and this one. And then the snake again. And one of this. Oh no, actually all of that one. And then I don't really need the Evolution Ward. Although I can use the amalgamate. I can make use of this one. So there are still the main thing you will play around. Oh yeah, I can also use this. Yeah, the volcano. Okay. The main thing that you will play around is this one, the Pyromania. So you will use a lot of Pyromania, the volcano and the snake, and then summon your minion, and just to protect you. You can just take any other skill. Oh yeah, I forgot this mortal pack, but it's okay. Yeah, I can just take the mortal pack. I can just take this one. It doesn't matter. The thing is that you do want to play around with the ember that is on the ground. That's what this build is all about. So by doing that, I'm using the Doombringer. This one, the Doombringer. So look at this. This is how you play. Bird. Yeah. You just maintain the bird on your enemies and you will be able to draw. And the good thing is that, oh yeah, I haven't explained to you. So here's the thing. Like, you know how your snow means this one will burn himself to death. And usually you do want to increase your fire resistance because the game already hinted at you with Emberborn. This thing will make your allies temporary immunity to damage from fire element. So if you don't want to increase your fire resistance, like it's kind of like a waste to go into fire resistance, while this thing, like yes, it will increase your minions fire resistance, it also increase your minions fire damage, but your minions is based on your hybrid attack power. So this is one thing that I'm trying to play around. Like a lot of players for the Heretic here, they just focus on the fire damage, like as much fire damage as possible. Like this guy, 340 fire damage, like what the hell? Like this thing. But they forgot something. Like they don't increase their basic stats in here. Although for this case, this guy's case, like he got this Hell Heart, which increased strength by, oh no, this one is the intelligence Hell Heart. So yeah, this increased his intelligence by a lot. Although I remember like this, oh yeah, this one, a strength boost. Yeah, he also increases strength boost. So this is what you want, you know. If you do increase your basic stats, like it will increase your minions hybrid attack power, which in turn already increase your minions damage. So you don't really do want to go purely on fire stats if you cannot afford to be like this guy, you know, like this guy is too much, you know. Like look at this. Who has the money to reforge 47 times? Like what the hell? This is a whale. So yeah, if you cannot reforge 47 times, then you definitely won't have that many fire damage and fire resistance, but you still be able to increase your hybrid attack power using your normal stats here. You know, so you don't really need to get perfectly into that fire resistance and fire damage. You can just increase your stats normally and your minion will just follow on you. So what I'm trying to do is that, here's the thing, like a lot of people here, they go into the intelligence gear, you know, which this guy already realized by now, you know, this guy already realized. So look at this, like a lot of players already realized that you can just go with all of your strength stats instead of intelligence, because intelligence, if you go with intelligence, you will have limited amount of health, you know. So eventually at the end game, every single class will eventually go into a strength build, because you need a maximum health. You need 2000 maximum health at the bare minimum to be able to survive floor 500 or above, because the enemy itself will already hit 1000 damage per hit. So if you don't have enough health to begin with, you cannot survive even with lifesteal. I already explained to you this in my Fatebound videos. So eventually you do want to grab a strength stats gear, so in order to increase your maximum health. That's why you know, all of your intelligence, like this intelligence build is no longer viable, like all the magic power. Hence that's why a lot of Animancer based class will just go full on summoning minions, because it uses hybrid attack power. Okay, so let's just go with the burn build. I do want to go here. So let's go. Yeah, so I told a lot, like this class is just too complex, you know. There are a lot of things to think about. And that's what I saw. Like, you know, a couple of days ago, I saw all those players in the top ranking of the HERETIC leaderboard. They all been building intellect build, and they all like have like 900 health. I was thinking, like, you know, if they don't realize soon and start building into a strength build, they won't be able to progress further beyond the floor 300 of the Falcon. And yeah, they already realized by now to change to a strength gear. I was surprised to see that, oh, okay, now I cannot use all those players as example, because they now use strength gear now. Because I wanted to build, I wanted to create this video, like, you know, ever since days ago, but I cannot. I still have a lot of things to test. Like just now you saw me, like I haven't fully tested the bonded summons, and I only just now realized that the health subcards doesn't need to be on the fate bond. It can also be on the stats, and it already considered as the health subcards here. So yeah, that's another thing you can add to your build. So yeah, you can see that using the Pyromania here makes me able to grind really fast. Like I can kill all the enemies on the previous floor extremely fast. So if I do want to grind for cards, this is the build that I want to go for, because with the Pyromania, like it's really fast for me to kill all those enemies. Although the same thing can happen if I have a lot of minions, but minions still need like to walk towards my enemies in order to deal damage to them. It's sometimes they if I walk too fast, they're gonna miss some enemies. But for the Pyromania, it will explode my entire screen and all of them will get burned. So I won't miss anyone. And even if I get out from the screen, like they will still have their burn, so they will eventually just die by themselves, and I will get the experience. And if they drop the card, hopefully my pet will be able to go there before it gets out of reach and grab the card. So yeah, that's a Pyromania build. So we're gonna reset this and eventually go to my final build. So my final build, as per mostly players there, I'm gonna go with all of these Animancer skills. But the thing is that is different is this one, Thanatosis. Because like I said, like a lot of players already realized by now in the leaderboard that your minions will die a lot faster. They will die a lot faster. I do want to have Pyromania. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Allies gain temporary immunity to damage from fire element from this one. It says that it will reduce 100% if you go to the debuff. To the buff that is shown here on top, it will say that it reduces fire damage by 100%. It doesn't mean that you are totally immune to fire damage. It just means that it will reduce 100% of the fire damage that you take. But if your fire damage is more than 100%, then you won't be able to reduce all of them. So that's another thing about percentage in this game. Like 100% doesn't mean that that's all. This game can go beyond 100%. And so if you have, like for example, if you have like 150 fire damage in here, that means that this is just example, okay? I don't know if this is true or not, but this is just example. If this thing means that I deal 150% fire damage, that means that I will reduce this damage by 100%, so I will only now deal 50% of the fire damage that is left after reducing it by 100%. That is what this thing do. But it's already enough to keep your minions alive for much longer. The only thing that you need to care about after that is the damage coming from the enemy themselves. So if the enemy gets stronger, that means that you will have problem trying to keep your minion alive. And that is the thing, the most player will either use concentration to just try to summon the minion back again after the enemy killed them, but for some other players, like you can use energy shield. So we now know that your minion, if you do have the bonded summons, your minion will take the fate bounce from your weapon. So eventually in my end game, I will definitely have energy shield in one of my weapons. So when I summon my minions, they will have energy shield built in on themselves. So they will be able to reduce both the fire damage that they will take themselves and also the damage coming from the enemy. That's one way for you to keep your minion alive instead of increasing their fire resistance or just keep on summoning them again. Because summoning them means that you need to waste a slot or 3 slots for concentration fate bounce, which I can use for hyper focus. That is my final aim. Like something that not many players think about is using hyper focus because of how much mana and life that you can lock as an Animancer. Like you will get a ton of bonus bonus attack speed and also all damage bonus. And that's the thing, people sometimes underestimate the all damage bonus. Like if you think that, oh, I'm playing as Heretic, all of my damage are mostly fire, so I'm just gonna increase my fire damage. But the thing is that your big minion, they still deal normal attack damage. Because they have two types of attack. The big minion, it deals like the standard white damage and also the fire damage coming from your fire aura. So if you only increase the fire damage, that means that you only increase the red number coming out from your big minion. But if you increase the all damage, that means that all the damage that they deal, including the dark damage that I have right now on my fate bound that is shooting out. Look at that. You can see that sometimes I deal dark damage there. So those dark damage will get increased by my all damage stats. So that's how good hyper focus is for Animation class. For my case is the Heretic. And that's it. This is the minion build for Heretic, which is a lot more stronger. But yeah, there is always pros and cons for every single build. Like if I do want to grind for card, obviously you saw that the Pyromania build is much faster. But for the sake of endgame build, I do want to focus on the minion from now on. So yeah, so now here's another thing. Sometimes it bugs like that. I cannot turn off my skill. Okay, so here's theory crafting time. So what is the best set for a Heretic? Usually people will go for the Ember Worm. This is brainless. You will get bonus fire damage if you increase your fire resistance. So Flaming Core already increase your fire resistance. Spirit of the Ember Worm also increases your fire resistance. A ton of fire damage increase, and also because your minions can lifesteal for you, the burn to yourself will get countered by the lifesteal, and also you don't really do much when you let your minions do the job. So you don't eventually you don't burn yourself that much compared to an actual pyromancer. So these two stats are the best for Heretic in the current theory, like also on the season 0. But now that you know that you can lock your HP, this is getting more interesting now. Spirit of the Boar King, enter an enraged state when damaged. So because we can lock more than our health, more than our mana and using our health. So now if you have this one, the Boar King, let me show you the Boar King. This one. This is Spirit of the Boar King. So if this Fate Bound, where is it? Okay. When life is below 80%, all damage increase 40%, attack speed 30%, movement speed 20%. So only if I have my health below 80%, I already mentioned this in my Fate Bound videos, like this is only probably possible for a Pyro Knight because we constantly burn ourselves, and eventually if we can min-max it, we can keep our health below 80% all the time. But this is much easier for an Animancer, because look at this, if I lock more than what my mana can give me, I will get permanent bonus from the Spirit of the Boar. You see? So this thing is possible for Animancer. The thing is that the bonus here, Sortie, we don't have any dash, and this one, the Heavy Ordnance, will probably useful, but also not something that we really want. So only if you do want this thing, then you will go for this one. So the only thing that makes sense is this one. So the weapon, the Staff of the Boar King. So this bonus minion power is 60%. This is what I'm aiming for my staff, for my snake staff. So instead of using this one, like a lot of players been using Horn of the Emberworm, because you can also summon minions, but this increase fire damage plus 30%. This one gives more power to my minion, and the Spirit of the Boar King, because I'm going to use this for the snake, my snake will get summoned right beside the boss, the enemies. So my snake will eventually get hit by the boss damage and reduce the health below 80%, and this thing will trigger for the snake. That's what I'm aiming for. But if it still doesn't work, then yeah, this staff is the best for the current heretic. But a lot of players neglecting this one. Because we are currently in season 1, we have a lot of new weapons here. So we have Dawn's Flagellator here. This one regular damage, we don't use this. Blowout, we don't really want this. Like, it doesn't increase your DPS, but if you do want to use this, this makes farming really easy. But this one, if you get attacked, you have a chance to unleash Mighty Torrent. But if you get attacked, you don't really want to get attacked eventually, like in the later end game. This one, elemental resistance increase. This transform into fire resistance and also into your fire damage, but the conduit totem is useless for you. This doesn't get triggered by any of the heretic skills. This one is really good. You can increase damage and damage reduction whenever you switch weapon, and you saw me switch weapons a lot of times as a heretic. And the Doombringer increase your fire damage, like your burn damage by a lot. You already saw this. The bonus crit chance is also really good. So this is a weapon that you do want to have if you play around with burn. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that the burn, this one is hybrid damage. So eventually, after I get higher enough, like I want to replace the Immolation Ward with the Pyromania, and if I use this thing, like this will increase my burn damage by a lot. Now, I'm going to this one later because this is the one I'm using and that is the best one. So this one is another one in Accelerator End, and this thing, oh my god, I want to show you. Like this is really great. So here is the weapon. I already built that. Where is it? Hey? Did I break it? No, right? Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I almost... I'm scared for a second there. So yeah, here's another weapon that you do want to have into summoning your minion. So this thing, if you see the bonus here, Spirit of the World Pain, is insanely strong. Your crew energy while attacking once full, you unleash a devastating Hellstar Barrage. And this Hellstar Barrage release 30 projectiles attacks, 2-meter range, inflict 200% dark damage based on hybrid attack power. And what happens if you give this to your minion? This is what's gonna happen. Let me unsummon my minion here. Okay? So, oh yeah, I also need to summon them like here. I'm gonna summon minions with this Hellstar Worldbane Fate Cloud. Okay? And this is how insane they are going to be when summoned like this. I'm gonna summon the maximum number. I can have, oh yeah, I also need to equip this to have a maximum number of minions. Okay. So let's just summon this much for now. So I'm gonna change this and put it so that my snake will also get the effect. So let's go. This is what happens. So if you use this, and after you hit 10 times to your enemies, then you will summon all those pillar of darkness from the sky. which is which deals 200% hybrid attack power as dark damage. That is insane. Look at that. So that's one thing. Like if you do want to deal AoE damage with your minion, like because every single minion has a chance to do this attack. Like here, I'm gonna show you. I use full set. See, not full set. Like if I use it myself, look at this. This is what happened. Look, I will have this. Stacks up to 10 times, 5-second duration. Once I hit 10, I will summon this around me. But it's useless if I summon this around me because I will be at range. And that's why I want to give it to my minions so it summons near the enemies. That's how this thing is. But there's an even better one, which is the one I'm currently using. This one. Darkened Airbender's Dark Jade. So this one is insanely strong. Because this one, Spirit of the Darkened Airbender. Wait, let me show you again. Yeah, this one. So this one, you deal increased damage with ailments, so your burn damage will get increased, and your attacks curse enemies, dealing continuous damage and making them vulnerable. So when you attack your enemies, look at this. They will get this debuff. Like this increase the incoming dark damage to them and also deal dark damage, you know. So this dark dot damage will get increased by this one too, the increased damage with ailments, and also on dealing certain damage, inflict this one 180% dark damage as hybrid attack power and 10-second duration damage offset by 110%. And what a lot of players don't realize is that this thing accumulate the damage that you deal to your target within that 10 seconds. Look at this. If I attack them, like eventually there will come a damage that will explode the enemy. Look at that. It's 500, 600, 600. They will explode. I do want more seconds. This one. Okay. So here's the damage. Okay. So if I manage to deal damage to my enemy, it will explode. Where's the explosion damage? There it is, the 1500. So because I have 3 sets now, I will explode for 1300, 2500 there. So it will accumulate the damage I deal within 10 seconds. So what happens if I give them to my minions? Look at this. Look at this, the explosion. There, 25,000. So this is what a lot of players haven't realized here. Because this thing, this Fate Bond, Spirit of the Dark Airbender, doubles the damage from any kind of damage. Because if you can accumulate as much damage within those 10 seconds, it will get doubled, no matter what it is, like no matter what damage it is, as a dark damage. So this is insane, like this is insanely good for any class actually, but I don't think a lot of players have realized yet, you know. And that's why I'm trying to build this thing. And also for a heretic, the bonus is really great. This gives you concentration, and also this is an intelligence set. So if you do want to summon your minions really fast and use the intelligence gear set, this is the gear set that you should be aiming for. Because instead of increasing your fire damage by just 30%, like what is it? Like this increase your fire damage by 30%, another 60%, 120% from the Spirit of the Ember Worm. Like it will only give you like percentage bonus. This one just straight up double your damage. It will explode as a dark damage, and it also gives you skill cooldown plus 30%. So this is another path that you can try to take. If you do want to combine them, then you can just use the weapon of this one for your snake, and then you use this one, the jade here, the darkened airbender's dark jade, for summoning your other minion. Like you can just combine all these things, because you don't really want to have like a lot of this set, you know, because this will just kill yourself, and it's enough to just give this to your minion, because your minion will die eventually by themselves, and or for the snake, if your time is up, then they will die by themselves. So your set can go with this one, and it will also give a debuff that you see just now to your target, like this one, like that one, the green one on top of the enemy. This increase the dark damage intake from your enemies. so yeah, eventually this will lead into a lot more damage. And then if you notice here, like I'm currently building this one. So like I said, like you eventually on higher floor, you need more health in order to survive getting one-shotted by your enemy. And there is this world-main set, like this thing is insane. Like usually for other set, like if you have the strength version and the intelligence version, then you won't have the dexterity version. So every single boss will only have two types for those sets, for the boss set. But for this one, for the World Bane, you have the strength version, you have the dexterity version, you have the intelligence version, and those three will have strength boost, dexterity boost, and the intelligence boost. And if you have been watching my Faithbound videos, like you will know that these three stats are the best. This is the end game stats that every single player should aim for, except for if you are playing minions. But again, I do want to go with more strength, because I want to have as much health as possible, because I want to lock half of my health, because I want to use my hyper focus so I can get more all damage increase and more attack speed in place of my health. So half of my health should be able to withstand getting one-shotted by the enemy in higher Valkyrie floor. So half of my health must be around 2000 health, which means that I need 4000 health for my Heretic in order to finish my build. So I'm going for this strength boost and the Spirit of the World Bane. Also, this one you've already seen the Hepsar Barrage. If I have my hyper focus, I can stack 10 stacks of the Spirit World Bane really fast. That means that I can keep on shooting this devastating Hepsar Barrage every couple of seconds. Like this just fit on perfectly for me. The weapon is not so much, although the weapon can actually help me summon more minions. Where's the weapon? And there are certain weapons that you can also use to summon minions. Like for this one, the Jade, the charge attack is like this. This is the the Darkened Airbender skill, I think. Yeah, the one that you outside and explode. And then this one do this. It will knock enemies up. Yep. But if you don't charge it to full, it will summon minions, and you can have all of them, which is really good. Like these minions also get bonus minion power from you, and also from this burn thing. So the more minions you have, the more you can the wheel. So that's why a lot of these players want to have more minions when you are Fencer. And some weapons like this is the Great Sword from that boss, the same boss, makes you invulnerable, you know, makes you gone, you know. So this will, while your minions deal damage, you can hide within the darkness and avoid getting damage altogether. So you know, you have a lot of things to play with actually with this new boss weapon. And there is also this bow that summon that thing out, but if you don't charge it to full, it can summon another minion. So if you do want to have a lot of minions, like you have a lot of options. That's why I keep this one, you know. So yeah, like oh my god, this season is really fun for me. Like theory crafting, it's Like I can just play a lot with this thing. Oh my god, this is really fun. But yeah, that's all the things that I want to show you. I think if I hopefully I don't miss anything, but if I miss something, then I'm gonna put it in the comment section down below. So I'm gonna showcase you how. I already have my skill, right? Yeah. I'm gonna showcase you how we go into a boundary floor as animates. Not really. Like it's it's really not like heretic, like more like animator because of how many animator skills you are using in order to get through as a heretic. Like it's just dominating. Like the animator class is just too freaking OP compared to the other basic class. That's why, like I said, like I really love playing as a summoner or a necromancer in every single game that I play. Because of this thing, I can just walk around and my minions will do the rest of the job for me. I don't really need to care about where the enemy is. I just need to focus on surviving and my minions will do the rest. That's really shit my playstyle, like relaxing, chilling, and like for my age, I don't want to really get stressed too much playing games. I just really want to enjoy, which is not really the case when I was still playing as my character. I still just cast a lot of things, and if I do go into the narrow version, I still if I don't have blowout, I cannot keep my distance from the enemy and eventually I will die. But the thing is, I can just keep my distance far away while my minions just going wrong. I'm alive! This is kind of... And yeah, oh yeah, compared to... If you do want me to compare to a Soul Keeper, a lot of players love Soul Keeper more because again, like the minions have limited amount of health. So once your minions die, you cannot do anything much anymore. So while you are still weak and you are fighting like elite bosses or stronger enemies that you can kill, you will find yourself in a pinch, in a bind. That's why at the beginning I played around with Incinerator Cortex, like the fire tornado a lot, because my minions will die really fast against the stronger enemies. If I cannot kill them faster than they can kill me. But after I can kill them much faster, then eventually I fully commit into the minion build. And that is the advantage of a Soul Keeper. A Soul Keeper gives his resolve to the minion. So the minion is already, innately strong. Like they have a really high defense and survivability. So the Soul Keeper minion cannot die that easily, which contributes to them really easy to use. You can just leave everything to your minion and you don't really need to worry into your minion dying or getting ready to summon them again. Like they will permanently be on the field. Compared to how hard it is as a heretic. That's probably why heretic is not as popular compared to the Soul Keeper. But there is the pros and cons, because as a heretic, that your small minion is really easy to die, and they also kill themselves for it. But you have your snake, so the snake is really good. That's why as a heretic, you want to play around with Ember and also your snake, because one summon of snake, like if you have enough Ember, you can summon up to 15 snakes in one single cast. So what you want is to keep on your snake at all times to protect you from the enemy's damage, because the enemy's attention will fully focus everything into your snake and forget that you are there most of the time if you attack the boss, because the boss will get surrounded by the snakes, and if you have 15 snakes, like the boss will very much busy with all those snakes. So that's the thing, So eventually, like, if I don't really care about my small minion and my big minion, at the very least, I do want to have my snake, continuously on the field. I don't want to have a downtime where I have no snake at all, and that really to the boss aggroing on me. So that's a silver lining from what I have, because the snake have, I don't know how much health, like it's really hard to see numbers here, but I can say that the snake have double the amount of health compared to the big minion. So that's how strong the snake is. Like, it's really hard to kill the snake even as a boss. So yeah, 15 snake is no joke, For now, I can just go through all of them, but at a higher floor, I cannot just go straight into the enemy, because I will definitely die, especially with half health. And that's the thing, not many players want to take the risk of having half health. But I think it's worth if you do take the high performance, and that's what I want to do by getting all the strength stats, and then getting the strength boost and also the health subclass strength boost, and then eventually having like 4,000 health, and half of that base health will be 2,000, so I'm already safe enough to be in this range of health, and the hyper focus will give me a lot of attack speed and all damage that I can give to all my minions, which translates into more damage, etc, etc. I will deal dark damage, but that will also be something that I want to increase on, because this weapon just doubles up my damage. So yeah, you've seen how this class gameplay is, and I do want to show you at full health how much damage I'll be doing. Let's go. So this is the full damage that I will be dealing right now. Yes, there's one stuck there. Okay, let's go here. So because of my own attack, like look at this, I do a normal attack. This is to just give the enemy debuff for them to get dark damage increase. So yeah, if I get lucky and get like critical damage from a minion at the right time, like I can go up until like 2 million damage. I don't know if I can do that right now, but this is my standard DPS normally. We'll just keep getting stronger from now. But yeah, I guess that's it. Like a showcase of a Heretic gameplay and all the possible builds. Like, I know it's a really long video, so it's no longer a 1 hour gameplay. Like this is a 2-hour gameplay of Heretic, just showing just how complex this class is and how important it is for you to micromanage the minion. So yeah, I do hope to see more variation into the build later on in the leaderboard here, compared to all these people with all the same build. Yeah. it's really boring to see all this template meta build, you know. Like eventually they will hit a wall. They will eventually hit a wall. That's why like Heretic is like such an underrated class, because they all have the same template build. So if one of them gets stuck in certain floor, everybody will get stuck. You know? Like there are a lot of builds, you know, that you can have to overcome the Valkyrie floor, you know. Like you know that the Valkyrie floor is divided into two parts. The first part is that you against the whole ton of minions, and the second part is you fight against the boss. So one part you need to deal with like, you know, multiple enemies, and the second part is how to deal damage against a single enemy. So that means that on the first part you do want AoE damage, while on the second part you do want single target damage. So this thing is something that a lot of players are neglecting. This one, Spirit of C6H806, gain growing power as you defeat enemies in succession. And also now you have this thing. This one, Spirit of wait, this one, Valadrian. When surrounded by multiple enemies, increasing your combat capabilities. See, like if you are fighting against multiple enemies, you can now combine Valadrian set together with the C6H806, and that will make you able to clear the enemies much faster, giving you more time into fighting the boss a lot longer. So if you hitting the time limit when fighting the boss, this is another thing that you can try. You know, even though this balance buddy is kind of like useless for most classes, but for a heretic this can translate into a fire damage, and it also can give you some survivability, you know, and the improved arrow doesn't help. You can probably use this one. This is brutality, you know. So yeah, there are a lot of things that you can try, and this one Valadrian also, this is presence of mind, which already, if you watch my Fateburn videos again, really good for the first part of the Valkyrie floor because of how many enemies you are killing. This will reset all of your skills every single second. So yeah, like that's why there is not a single best build in every single game out there. The best build is where you bring like a ton of gear and keep switching your equipment depending on needs. That's where you can find the best build to overcome any situation out there. Be flexible, be versatile, and especially be creative. And I guess that's enough for tonight. So thank you for watching, guys. I know it's a very long video, and I do hope that if you reach this part of the video, do comment down below, say let me find the name here. Yeah, Don Cruel. Yeah, type Don Cruel in the comment down below, so I know that you've been watching up until the end. Although probably some people will just skip to the end and just you know, heard this and just type down without watching the whole thing. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.